In this video, I'm going to tell you how to actually get a V-taper. There are a lot of videos on this topic. The problem with a lot of these videos is they don't go over a particular exercise, which is the most effective at achieving a V-taper physique. So I'll go over that right now. So I'll give you 3 exercises. The first one is going to be that very exercise that people don't talk about, and that's going to be the standing dumbbell shoulder press. And the reason that you want to use dumbbells instead of a barbell is because it will allow you to bring the dumbbells out wide. Whereas with a barbell, it's a fixed range of motion as far as the width between each hand. And it ends up turning into more of like an incline press, like a standing incline press. Whereas if you can bring dumbbells out wide, it's a lot easier to isolate your shoulders and take the upper chest out of the movement more. So that's why you want to use dumbbells. And you want to go out wide as much as you can comfortably. And at the very bottom of the range of motion, if you can comfortably do so, touch the dumbbell, the edge of the dumbbell to your delt, okay, to your shoulder. And then when you lift the dumbbells up and you go to the top of the range of motion, be sure to touch the dumbbells together at the very top. You want the range of motion to be as long as it can possibly be. So, a lot of people, they love to cheat on the shoulder press. They love to do half reps because it's easier, right? And you can use more weight and you get an ego boost, but that's not what you want to do. You want to get a V-taper, right? So this is how you're going to do it. Why standing instead of seated? Because there's also a seated option, right? Well, the reason that you want to do it standing is because when you do a seated press, it's basically low key an incline press. Because what happens is, and we're all guilty of this, when we bring the dumbbells up, right? And we're in that seat, we kind of lean back a little bit, right? Once we prep ourselves and then we, bring the dumbbells down and then, go all the way down and then go back up. We all lean back just a little bit more than we know that we should. And what that does is it low-key turns it into a very, very steep incline press. And it makes it easier to get the dumbbells up. And it also makes it so that you're not really isolating the shoulders as well as you could. Now, if you do the movement standing and you keep your core tight, you keep your glutes tight and your legs tight, and you just focus solely on bringing the dumbbells out wide, I can't stress this enough. You have to bring the dumbbells out wide as much as you possibly can. That's how you're going to get that broad shoulder effect. That's how I built my broad shoulders, by the standing dumbbell military press or shoulder press. They're interchangeable. It's the same exercise, different names. So, now that's how you're going to build broad shoulders. But another thing about this exercise, which is really cool, is that after you perform this exercise, you'll find that your side delts are popping. So not only is it broadening your shoulder girdle, but it's also working your side delts. So it's kind of like 2 birds with 1 stone. So yeah, you got to do this exercise. It's the best bang for your buck. What I would do is I would, get a weight where you can do 6 to 8 reps. And I would do anywhere from 4 to 6 sets. And I would wait anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes between sets. And then obviously progressive overload. Once you can do more reps over time, you up the weight, rinse and repeat. Okay, that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, not shocking here, it's going to be side lateral raises, okay? Now, I do them strict because this is the way that I've found to get the best results. And by strict, what I mean is I have this dumbbells to my side straight, and then I bring them out. Okay. Some people, they lean forward and then they kind of have the dumbbells in front of them. And, they say it's so that they can get more of a range of motion. But like, if we're being honest about it, if you lean forward and you kind of bring the dumbbells like in front of you and then like do your side lateral raises, like there's two things going on here. One, you can use momentum from the bottom of the range of motion to get the dumbbells up. So you're making it easier. And two, you're kind of low key turning it into more of a back movement, because like the more you hunch over, the more you're going to start using your back muscles. It's kind of like you're doing a bent over reverse fly. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to work like rear delts, when you bend over. But like, even if you just bend over slightly, right? Like just barely, like just a few degrees forward just to get the dumbbells closer together, because, then they're not at your sides. You're still like making it easier. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to do is you want to stand up straight, and then you want to have the dumbbells to your side. And I do two variations. The first variation is I have my hands completely around the handle, and then I go to failure. And then I put the dumbbells down and I wait 1 or 2 minutes. And then I pick the dumbbells back up, same weight. And this time what I do is I put my thumb outside, right? So I'm kind of holding it like this, right? So my thumb is not around the handle. And then I do another set to failure. And for this, like, it's okay if you half rep it, okay? Because like there are exercises where it's all right to do like cheat reps, and there are exercises where you should never do cheat reps, right? Compound movements, you should never do cheat reps. These types of exercises, the cheat reps, first of all, they're not going to pose any danger to you. And second of all, you'll find that it actually helps in development. Now, you want to mix it up. So like you want to mix up rep ranges. What I do is I do 3 rep ranges. The first one, I usually pick a weight that I can do like 20 reps of. And then the second set, or the second weight that I choose, is going to be one where I can only do like around 10 reps. And then the third one is just going to be like, I'll grab the 80s and I'll just like, literally, I'll just go not even a third the way up. You know what I mean? Not even like a 30-degree, motion. And it's just to like get that, like, that last little bit of stimulation after I've already burnt out my side delts. So side lateral raises strict. Okay. Number 3, the third exercise is going to be pull-ups. And you can mix up the grip widths, right? Wide grip, medium grip, closed grip, do chin-ups, whatever. But like the main thing here is you're working out your lats. And if you can't do pull-ups, then you can do like a lat pull down. And I mean, really, this can just be colloquial for back pulling movements in general. If you want to do like a cable bar row with various types of, attachments, that there's like the bar that you can pull. There's those, those 2 like handle things that you can pull. There's like a million attachments that you can attach to a cable, for the seated row. And, but the main thing here is just that you're doing a lot of pulling movements, and you're just working those lats out. So I guess in this instance, I'm not necessarily saying you have to do one exercise, but I would prefer, for me personally, to do pull-ups. I'm just telling you, if you can't do pull-ups, then do what you can to work your lats out. But if you can do pull-ups and chin-ups, then pull-ups and chin-ups are going to be your bread and butter. And, you combine this with the other 2 exercises that I told you about, you can't go wrong. Now, once you've, gotten strong at all of these exercises, if you're lean, you're going to have a V-taper. Because what really is a V-taper? A V-taper is having broad shoulders while you're lean, right? Because there's no way around it. If you're lean, then your waist is going to be small. And if you have broad shoulders and your waist is small, well, the skin has to connect. So it's going to create a V, right? So there's no way around that. It's a simple equation. You don't have to make it any more complicated than you need to. So hopefully this helped. I think the main key takeaway here is make sure you do standing military presses, okay? Or shoulder presses. Make sure you do them standing with dumbbells. Bring the dumbbells out wide as much as you can. Touch them together at the bottom, touch them together at the top. This is going to be a game changer. Okay. Don't do them seated because you're going to turn them into an incline press. I do it. You do it. Everyone does it. There's no way around it. Okay. So hopefully this helps. Please subscribe and have a great day. Bye.